Welcome to Bujo and Brushstrokes, where art and journaling come alive. If you're new to this channel, please follow me on Instagram and don't forget to subscribe and click on bell icon. In today's video, we'll be setting up our journal for the month of September, and the theme that I've chosen for that month is travel. Travel has been a really important aspect in my life, and I'm very happy to include it as a theme. So let's begin. We'll be painting most of the things for our journal today, and I'll be linking all the paints and the brushes that I'll be using in the description below. I'll be linking the notebook as well that I'm using, and if you want to check them out, feel free to do so. For our cover page, I chose a very cute drawing that I saw on Pinterest, in which there was this particular post on which various arrow shaped heads were available, which were pointing towards various kinds of destination, and it was all painted in pastel colors. So I really liked that, and I wanted to use that as my cover page. So on the right side I am actually replicating that, and on the left side I'll be writing the name of the month. Guys, if you want to replicate the same as what I'm doing here, for the colors you can either mix normal watercolors with whites and lighter colors to create the pastel versions of them, or you can do the easier route which I took. I bought this pastel color set of acrylic colors and I'm using them directly, and the colors are lovely as you can see here, so you can check them out. I also did take help from my regular watercolors as well, for the places where not exactly the pastel colors were needed. So yeah, it's colors. You can just play around with anything and everything. There's no hard and fast rule how to do it. Now I'm moving on to the next page before completing my cover page, because I want to use the acrylic paints that I have already on my palette to color the next drawing. And as you may know that once acrylic paints are dry, you cannot reactivate them using water. So I just wanted to color my illustration before the paints on my palette goes dry, and that is why I am on the next page. Here I am painting a road trip sort of an illustration on the left side of the page, and the remaining left side as well as the entire right side will be having my September month calendar. This scenery is also inspired from Pinterest. It's a simple long road in the middle of a desert sort of a place, and it just makes you want to go on a long drive. Very pretty. Now we are going back to our cover page. It's time that we complete it and then move forward. So here I am using my Sakura Pigma pens to do the detailing and the outlining of the illustration that we just created, and I'll be using the same pens to write the name of the month. I am also adding a little bit of details like a few birds flying here and there to give it a little bit more depth. Now on to our next spread, the painting of which we have already done. So now just creating the calendar on the right side and the remaining left side, and I'll be using our white gel pen to add in a bit more details in the drawing, and the pastel highlighters to just give a bit of a color. Also, I am adding a bit more details in the calendar using my pastel brush pens from Tombow. Moving on to the next spread, here we'll be creating a mood tracker. On the left side of the page, I am creating a travel inspired quotes page, while on the right side, I am creating a sun rising in the mountains, and I'll be using the rays of the sun as my moods for the month. adding in the rays that will act as the mood trackers for this month. Also, I'm adding a piece of paper on which we'll be writing the heading, and that will go on top of the drawing that we've created. Just wanted to give it a dramatic effect, that's all. Adding in a small travel coat. Now moving on to the next spread. This is our last spread. Here we'll be tracking the shows and movies that we'll be watching in the month of September. To create this, I did something very nostalgic. So while I was in the school, I used to create these drawings and then color them with pencil colors, but like very lightly. And these drawings would act as a background image, and I would use to write over them. And it seemed like that the page itself had an illustration that was there from the print itself, and it's providing as a background, and you're just putting all the information on top of it. That is something I really wanted to replicate here for these two pages. So I'm creating two very travel inspired illustrations, and I'll be coloring them very lightly using my Faber-Castell pencil colors. And whatever shows and movies I'm going to watch, they are going to come on top of these. Adding in the headings for these two pages. Let's quickly check out what we have created. I'm pretty satisfied with the way this setup turned out to be. Let me know in the comments which one was your favorite spread. And that was the video, guys. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe for more such content.